Don't pay attention to that. Panic. Second. There we go. Hey, I got it. First time streaming. Promise. Newbie here. I'm joined with Jeremy, Socks,
Hi.
and Saren. Of course, from the Draftlocke. We figured we would just take a time, relax, have fun. I didn't forget audio this time either. I promise. Except I did.
Let's hope not.
Well, I did.
God damn it.
I suck. Don't worry. But yeah, I figured we would just kind of talk, hang out, look at everybody's draft picks, just have a nice chill stream before the actual kickoff this Wednesday. Again, this Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern, we will all be streaming. Everybody's channels is in the link below this. Go subscribe. Do it. Or I'll beat you up. I'll get Per to beat you up as well. And you don't want that. Trust me. So anyways, now that we're here, hello everyone. Even though we've been talking for like 15 minutes-ish about stuff.
We were?
It's been probably about close to 15. No Leaf. Leaf is at work at the moment. He said he would join if he gets a time or if he gets a chance. I don't know if he will actually join though. But yeah, Tank also might join. I think he was kind of busy, caught up in work stuff as well. But yeah, that being said, how does everyone feel about their draft picks for everyone that's here? Good? Bad?
I've mixed feelings. Like there are some of them where I'm like, was it right for me to pick them?
So I've looked at mine and I definitely 100% picked some stuff way too early. Like 100%. But I guess, oh, go ahead, Sarah.
I was just gonna say, I got that like hindsight is 2020, and I'm like, I could have just done this pick here, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep. So everybody's starter picks. I feel like everybody got the right starter. I honestly expected these ones to be picked. To be fair,
I thought Torchic was gonna get picked.
The only reason
I also did think that, yeah.
The only reason I didn't is because of the physical special split not being in it, and its special stat is not very good. So
Right. If not for that, I would have chosen Torchic. I was of the starters. I was honestly surprised that you took Charmander that high, Jervy.
Well, when it comes to base stats, I also like the fact that it's also like a dual typing, like when it becomes a Charizard. Like, yeah, it's weak to rock, you know, screw rock. I'm not going to like rock at all when it comes down to it. If there's a gym leader that has rock typing, we don't like you. Thank you very much. See ya. However, I do think that it's quite a good asset, especially when it comes to just the flying typing in general. It kind of like alleviated me from both the fire typing and the flying typing a little bit, even though I got a few more flying types as well.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand that, because you get the best of the both worlds, like you said, with the dual typing, and then you also get a Pokemon. You get an extra flyer, so like you do get, you know, you do get to kind of cross off both. But yeah. I think for the most part, yeah, starters were pretty much as expected.
Yeah. So
no, go ahead.
Go ahead, Socks.
Okay, so I was gonna say, yeah, everyone go ahead. I was gonna ask you guys, what was like your worst pick that you think you made?
Oh, easy for me. Quillfish. Completely forgot Quillfish doesn't have Intimidate, and I thought it did. It does.
So in terms of value, that was probably my worst. And then conversely, I'll ask you guys this: what do you guys think was my worst pick?
Your worst
Ooh,
pick?
Yeah,
that's
we
a
can
loaded
kind of
question.
we can kind of switch off and do this. Like, what do you think was my worst? What do you think was my best? Whether that be value or just Pokemon in general.
I think honestly, Shedinja is such a gimmick Pokemon that like if you know how to use it, it's great. But like if you have no clue what you're doing, like you kind of screwed yourself over by picking Shedinja.
I
For
also
sure,
think
for
Shedinja
sure.
is like a really risky pick to do in a randomizer.
Yeah.
You don't know what they're gonna have, and it's not necessarily like, oh, a grass type is coming out. It could also know like a dark type or some move or something.
Right. I was with that pick, I was really just kind of at that point, I was like, all right, let's do some high risk, high reward, because there's definitely some situations where like I could really screw myself. But also conversely, like if I check out a gym and I know like, oh hey, this is a like, I don't know, grass gym, or like this is a, water gym or whatever, like in theory, as long as I'm kind of generally aware of movesets, I can be like, all right, let's let Shedinja just run through this. I don't have to risk my other Pokemon. So it's definitely risky. It's definitely risky though.
Here's the
This is
thing.
how I see it. Is like, let's say for example, you are in a grass type gym, right? Oh, grass type gym is not that bad. But what if one of them has Sucker Punch by any chance?
Yeah, or even something like poison powder or something like that even. So
Like it's
Will-O-Wisp.
in a way, like I wouldn't call it a glass cannon, but it really is like, oof.
Also,
yeah,
hopefully you guys.
If
definitely a
it
big
works
risk.
out, it's the best play of 2023.
I mean, it's always a switch in.
Well, here's
right?
what I'll say, because it is incredibly risky, because especially when we're doing a hardcore nuzlocke, like HP is valuable, all that stuff is valuable, and when I have a Pokemon that literally can't take a hit at all, I could get pursuit trapped by so many things too, since it's on set mode. So
Yep.
I think this Shedinja may not be long for this world, and when we only have a certain amount of Pokemon we can use, that definitely doesn't help myself out for sure.
Yeah, 30
All right.
Pokemon is not
Let's
a whole
do
lot.
that for everyone. I think either me or Saren, we should like go for that one then, or maybe Gil.
All right, let's attack Gil while he can't say
Let's attack.
anything.
Yeah,
I can't-
exactly.
he does not-
He
Oh,
can't
wait,
defend himself.
You guys
He
can't
can't
hear
defend
me on
himself.
Discord, but wait a minute, I gotta fix.
Beldum is like, I understand. I mean, I also picked Bagon and Trapinch, but Beldum at the end of the day for me does not seem that worth it.
Let me explain. I've been
So-
talking this entire time, and the stream could hear me, but I forgot to change my audio option in Discord, so you guys couldn't hear me.
Oh
So
boy.
I was gonna
Good,
say
let's
back to the
go.
Oh,
Shedinja.
man.
It's always a switch in, right? Like you
Yeah.
see something, you can predict a switch in. Anyways, continue on trash talking me.
Yeah. Beldum is high because, yes, it's a good Pokemon. Metagross is an amazing Pokemon, but like Beldum and Matang, I just question like how are we gonna get that? The thing is that it's going to be like later on that you're going to use that, so I'm not even like it's not that bad of a pick, right?
Well, here's the thing about Beldum. Unlike the other pseudos, it evolves at level 45. So I actually get to use it, I think, on the 7th and 8th gym. Which I didn't know. Bio brought it up in the last stream that we did. And I was like, wait, is it? Because I thought it was 55 for some reason. Because, well, most pseudos
That
are
was
50.
55 too.
Yeah, it's 45.
Hmm.
So
By the way,
I
Ellis,
luck.
like when we could go down for it, like yes, we can look at the worst Pokemon that there is. If we did that, then Sock's worst one is unknown, but that's literally the last pick. That's why we're not picking it.
Listen, I'm gonna
Yeah.
make everyone a believer in unknown by the end of this. You're all gonna
No,
be
I
believers.
think everyone knows how great Unknown is.
It's gonna sweep.
I don't think
course.
anyone's doubting.
I mean, you should have the W one so that you can like secure the W, right?
Oh yeah.
True. That would have been a
Alright.
good play as well.
Anyone else on Gills or?
So I actually want to talk about the pseudos in general and actually defend, because I actually disagree, Jervy, just because, like Gil said, Beldum gets to its final evolution before all the other ones. So I don't think it's as bad. I think the other pseudo legendaries are just going to be so much tougher because, like you kind of alluded to, you kind of waste that pick until the very end. Like, you won't be able to use them until really the Elite Four or the champion fight, assuming, you know, you make it that far. And when you get there, like, it's going to be a tank. You know, your Dragonites, your Tyrannotars, your Salamence, like all those Pokemon. But like, you could use something a little bit more useful that like you can actually have in your party that you can use for like the majority of the game. So I think it was interesting that people went for the pseudos. Like, I get it because they're crazy strong, and maybe that's on me for not taking a pseudo, and I should have. But I actually think Beldum is like the best option because you just get it the earliest.
Salamence is another one also that evolves early. It evolves at 50.
50,
That's why
okay,
I picked
so you
it.
get that. Yeah, so you get that a little earlier as well.
The other
Yeah, like I looked at all the pseudos, and like 3 of them were in D tier, and only 2 of them were in A tier. And I'm like, you know what? The thing is that like, yes, maybe you guys are not gonna pick the pseudos, but now that I have the chance, let me grab them both.
Did you end up
You
getting?
did, and I was very upset.
I'll tell you this: if you make it to the like, if you make it far, your team is going to put in some serious work, and I think it's a good calculated risk, but you just gotta hold on.
Like, that's why, like, after I picked both of them, like, I picked Skarmory, I picked Mareep, I picked Hitmonlee, like, I picked, like, Pokemon that are already, like, either in their final stage evolution or are very easy to evolve.
For sure.
It's a good thing.
I actually think Gil's worst pick is, considering, like, our actual draft order on how things went, I think him taking Wooper where he did
was a little early.
I think it was not only early, but I think it was a mistake when you look off of like what was taken after, and Jervy got Horsey right afterwards, and I think Kingdra just so much more valuable than Quagsire, even though you do get that immunity to electric Pokemon.
Well, see, here's the thing with Wooper. It not only gives me an electric immunity, it also gives me a water immunity because it gets water absorbed.
It gets water absorbed. That's fair.
And
that's
it's got
also
some
what
nice
I grabbed
bulk.
for Barboach.
Yeah, I was
Because
wanting to try
Barboach is
Snot
basically
Poke
the
up.
same thing as Barboach is basically like Wooper, but like
It's like Wooper light.
tankier.
Yeah.
All right, well, which one do you guys think was my worst pick?
I mean, I think we talked about. I think it's got to be Snorunt, and I think
Snorunt.
there's just no question about it.
Yeah, like seeing
I was
Snorunt,
pressured into it.
seeing Snorunt pick that early really blew my mind.
Well, it wasn't my A tier at the end of the day.
Ice types are just so tough in a
Literal
hardcore
glass
Nuzlocke.
cannons.
Yeah, literal glass cannon. And don't get me wrong, I like the the kind of funny picks and like the quirky picks. And if Glalie had Moody, I think he would have a little something here. But it just went a lot higher than it probably should have.
Yep,
and that's what I'll say about that.
I agree.
All right.
Yeah,
Saren, I gotta ask, Onyx?
Onyx is a really good pick. Onyx.
Steelix is very, very defensive, and also I love Steelix.
Steelix is a powerhouse defensive wall. As a matter of fact, Saren's like defensive core is really strong. One thing also about the pseudos while we're talking about Saren's pick, Dratini gets Dragon. I can't remember if it's Dratini or Dragonair, but one of them gets Dragon Rage relatively early to where it's still usable.
Yeah, that's useful early on for sure.
So, honestly, like, out of all the pseudos, I think Larvitar has the biggest issue here. Also is one of the more riskier with a 4x weakness, which I guess so does Salamence, to be fair.
Yeah, but fighting, I feel like,
But
is
also
a little bit more
Dragonite.
common.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think Steelix was a phenomenal pick. I was actually going to go get it. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did.
I know. I was like worried I wasn't gonna get a steel type, so I wanted to snatch Onyx.
I gotta be honest, like, Gil, like, the fact that you got, like, Magikarp, I think everyone, except for Socks and Tank, wanted it first.
Yeah.
Like, I could not believe that it wasn't picked as the first two.
Well, Gengar's really good. First of all, it's a ghost type, so you got immunity.
I wanted Gengar so bad because I knew it was gonna be good, and then Tank immediately took it.
I'm surprised
I
it was
did not
taken
care much
instantly and
about
not Magikarp,
Ghost.
but yeah. Gengar
Yeah.
being a ghost type, levitate, hits hard.
Oh yeah, I think we all just assumed Magikarp would go first
Uh-huh.
overall. I just think we all assumed that. I mean, I told everyone that like, hey, I'm gonna get Snorlax. I just wanted a wall. I felt like early game it would just be so dominant against any issues I might struggle with. I probably could have. I also realized like there's so many good water types. I'd rather just get something else early. At least that was my thought process by passing over Magikarp.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. That's an absolute fair point.
All right, I think we should also talk about the other two, even though they cannot defend themselves. We have to
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
defend
Absolutely.
them.
For sure.
So we
I
start
don't-
with Leaf then.
Yeah,
All right, so let's see. Leaf, which one is the worst one there that I think
that he
personally?
picked early.
Man, I love his selection.
He's
early,
got a
to be
really
honest.
good selection.
I think he had a great.
I think the
great
worst one is
early
Metatype
selection.
because Metatype only learns Bite for like the first 10 levels.
Yeah, but our level cap for the
Yeah.
first gym is like
Yeah.
18. So
Yeah,
Also,
so
that was
that
a later
doesn't really
pick,
matter.
too.
But like,
yeah, it was a late pick.
Yeah, I think his worst was Rhyhorn, and he and I talked a little privately about this.
I talked to him about it too.
Yeah, so Onyx was still there, which I think would have been better in terms of like defensive wall. Geodude was still there, which would have just I think been a better Pokemon overall. And Rhyhorn evolves at level 40, which is just really tough.
Yeah.
So he's not even really going to be able to make use of Rhydon until way later anyway.
Yeah, that's
right
what
on
we
these
talked
nuts.
about. Is he?
Yeah.
He was like, I should have got Geodude. And I'm like, I wish I would have gotten Geodude, because Geodude's
Yeah, me
such
too.
like people sleep on Geodude, but from where I've done Soul Links, Golem is an absolute unit. It's not really tanky. It's relatively like in the middle speed tier, and it hits hard. Plus, it being
I
a
gotta
trade
be honest.
evolution, it evolves pretty, at a reasonable level.
Now that I look at it, I really did not look at like the first 4 because I'm like, well, the first 4 has to be great, but I don't understand the Slowpoke pick.
Slowpoke, I think, got picked a
Slowpoke's
little
pretty
early.
good.
I think it got picked a
So
little
I
early, but yeah.
actually had it up there, like at least on my list. It evolves late, I believe. I think it's like late 30s, but it just kind of just super tanky. Maybe it did go a little early, but I was really high on Slowbro, so maybe my philosophy was just a little bit off. So maybe everyone can just trash on me. But I actually kind of agree with Leaf's selection.
I mean, that's fine. Everyone has their own opinions. I just thought it's a bit of a shocking like first pick after like the starters.
I was
Like, there's
glad
so
you picked
many good
Slowpoke
ones.
because that
I was like-
are you for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Slowpoke is good. I definitely would have picked it early. I think I would have waited till the next round to pick, especially because Leaf is so early on that next rotation. They probably could have sniped Staryu. And I don't know, Sarah, if he did, would you have picked Slowpoke at that point?
I think I would have freaked out and then picked something random. But
Well,
I figured not
probably
many
most likely
people
Eevee,
would
right?
pick.
Most likely Eevee, right?
Well, yeah, but I also feel like I did kind of pick Eevee a little too early.
I
I
would.
feel like I,
I
should
don't
have
think
held
so
off
because
on
the thing
that.
is like for Eevee, this is how I see it. Like you don't use Eevee until you assess like where you are at the game, and then see like, hey, I'm missing a Dark type now. I really need a Dark type. Give me an Umbreon.
Yeah, you can kind of just adapt it to the needs of your team.
I
That's
kind of think
true.
Eevee could have waited a little bit. I don't know how many people were really anxious about Eevee. Eevee is a good Pokemon
think so,
because of
too.
that. But
Well, I mostly wanted Eevee because I really like Jolteon, and Jolteon's really not like a bad electric type.
I think Jolteon is
Especially in Gen
arguably
3.
probably the best electric type at this point.
For generation.
that was mostly
great.
my thinking.
Definitely
Like, I
very good.
understand like you can do a lot with Eevee, but I think Jolteon's really what I was gunning for.
The only problem, and I had talked to Socks about this, and I think Leaf as well, is Jolteon doesn't get any electric moves.
Yeah,
until,
it's so
like,
brutal. It's so
But like
brutal.
TMs.
I think that's a lot of the
exist, so-
EVs though. At least in Gen 4, it was really bad. I remember.
Yeah, the only one that gets an exception to that is Espeon. It gets like confusion at like 25, I think, which is still kind of out there, but not too terrible. But honestly, I probably would have still either went with Jolteon or Vaporeon as well. Especially because with Vaporeon, you get bulk, right? And you get a guaranteed, like, HM Surf. And the other thing, I don't know if we talked about this for those that are here. The items are randomized. So, you know, TMs or TMs could be anywhere.
I need to read the document again. What the hell?
No, so one question I wanted to ask you about that, Gil, is are the things in like the Pokemarts randomized, or are they?
I think they are randomized, but they're.
Oh no! Oh no!
I think I randomized them. I'd have to open up the
good
scene,
God.
But I think that there's like guaranteed special shops in like all of them.
Okay.
So.
So that's also another thing we have to put like accounting on as well.
Yeah, there's gonna be some culture shock with that.
Yeah. So, but I mean,
well, at least we don't need Pokeballs, so.
Yeah,
That's true.
The only real item I think I'm gonna buy is repels. I'll be honest. Repels.
No,
repels.
that's good because like that's also is gonna make you faster.
Yeah, repels.
So this was
escape ropes.
actually, yes. So this is actually one of my strategies. The reason why I drafted Grimer was for stench. Not only do I like it being
That's
a good
a
poison
smart
type,
move.
but it has stench. And so that's why I took Grimer, like kind of in that middle spot.
I feel like
I don't even have
Grimer
to
being
waste.
as late as it was kind of a surprising too, because I actually wanted Grimer, but I didn't know how long it would stay there.
By the way, I
like
didn't
I
know
also
this.
want timer.
I didn't know this until after the stream ended. I have 3 Pokemon that like could potentially learn Intimidate. Like has the ability to Intimidate.
Intimidate's really good. The only problem is you're slowing down a
Yeah.
little bit because you're having to wait for the Intimidate cycle, but it's so good.
It's busted. Also,
I-
we should talk about Tank at some point. Like, which one is his worst Pokemon?
Oh yeah.
So Tank's has got quite a few good Pokemon. However, I feel
I
like
hate
the order.
Loudmouth.
I feel like the order he picked is kind of odd. I think Miltank went early. I think Magby went way early.
Yeah, I
Pidgey-
think Magmar.
Pidgey is easily his worst pick, by the way.
I know, he said Pidgey. I was so shocked.
Yeah, me too. I was very surprised.
Yeah. Pidgey, for those that don't know, Pidgey doesn't learn a flying move other than I think Gust. Well, actually, I don't even know if he learns Gust now at Gen 3. But
It does.
he doesn't learn Wing Attack until like 42 or something stupid. It's so dumb. I love Pidgey, but it is way too early of a pick for it. In my mind.
I mean, you never know. Maybe he just finds a random TM like with Aerial Ace in it.
Maybe. I mean, I guess it is a flyer as well. Like, that's the thing. I was looking at mine. I have 2 flyers.
I have 2 as well. I only have 2 also. So
I think I have 3. Yeah, I have 3.
I totally forgot like Swablu was on the board.
I did
If
too.
Yeah.
I had remembered, I would have picked Swablu way earlier as like a second flyer for myself, and then it was already picked. So then I went Togetic because I know Togetic can fly.
It
But you
is-
have
it has
Ninjask
Green
as
Grace,
well, which can
so-
fly.
also has the same SPDF as either Chansey or Blissey for Togetic. I don't know if you did.
Yeah.
Just has
going to
way
be
less
more
HP.
useful than you would think.
Yeah, I think so. But yeah,
Like I think the one
Pidgey-
that does have the weakest in general is just Tank because like I don't know where he was like coming from with some of these picks myself.
he's got some good heavy hitters. Like Blastoise is a nice wall. Ghastly is a very hard hitter. Miltank is also something that's very fast. Has a lot of adaptability with movesets. Lotad is arguably probably the best grass type in this game at this point.
It's got a good
Like
typing.
grass water is really good because it
Feels
also
nice,
resists.
bulky. He's got Heracross, which is easily the best bug type in the game.
He's got Walrein, which is amazing. Walrein is such a monster.
Yeah.
So like he had some great picks, and then also just like some really suspect ones as well, though. Like early,
Yeah.
but then
yeah.
he counteracted those like with the Lotads, with the Spheal, with the Heracrosses,
Yeah.
I
Geodude,
personally-
stuff like that.
I personally don't like Whismur. I know everyone else is like, oh my god, but like Exploud is really good. I'm like, I've never seen it myself.
Xbout is really good. I'm surprised it kind of lasted as long. The one big pick, and Sarah, you got this one that I'm actually really surprised is Slack Off. I
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
surprised it lasted all the way, especially
Yeah.
watching Ellis's Nuzlocke. So Ellis, for those that don't know, he does a lot of monotype like hardcore Nuzlocks, and he had a well, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but his Vigoroth put in the work.
Vigoroth is really strong. It's really strong.
Getting Yawn, and if you need a
Yeah.
bulkier,
Slack
more of a-
off.
you have that there. But yeah, the fact that it lasted that long, kind of insane. One thing as well on my end that I kind of wish I'd have waited, probably skipped. I have a lot of grass tops, and I part of me wishes I would have waited for Cradily to see, because Cradily's moveset, like learn moveset, is not great at all, and it's going to be a very late like evolution because it's a fossil. Same thing for like Anorith, you know, and for that matter, Ammonite and Kabuto. I'm pretty sure they also have really late evos.
But like when it comes to the like fossils, most of them are actually just really tanky and good.
Yeah, for sure. That's
well,
what they're kind of
I just picked mine because of battle armor and shell armor.
And that was kind of like a whole chain where people just chose like the like fossils like back to back to back to back.
I know, you guys. I was so mad because like I don't remember the exact order at that point, but like one went and then all of them went. I was like,
yeah, it was Gil, then me.
I think I took Ammonite and then Gil was like, okay, Anorith, or Jervy, you were like Anorith.
Yeah, and then I picked.
Because in my mind, I was like, all right, I'm gonna take Tauros here. I'll get an Intimidator, strong Pokemon in the early game. Surely one of the 3 fossils will still be there. Like by the time it comes around to me again, nope.
That was a whole chain. That was kind of funny as well. Also, the snipes that happens.
Yeah,
that was definitely a lot.
You sniped like Relicanth. I was so mad.
It's okay. I had a lot sniped from me. Like Leaf, I really was wanting Machop. Like I had, so in my like S tier, both Scyther, Machop, and Aerodactyl were in there. And obviously I didn't get any of them. So there's that. One thing I also looked at was like Nidoran, and I picked Nidoran. I think I might have been able to hold off on Nidoran at least a couple more rounds. Mainly because like Nidoran and Nidorino don't learn like a lot of good moves, and they really rely on TMs and HMs.
Oh yeah.
So the only good thing,
at least a good Pokemon early though. Like you have a fully evolved Pokemon like right out the gate, which could be really useful.
That's honestly probably what I'll use it for.
To
have it in there, because I think it gets like Horn Attack at like 18, which is the level cap. So I'll have at least a Horn Attacking Nidoking, and maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe the first gym leader will give us Earthquake. So
I got
would
sniped
be
so many times. So many times. I still won't forgive you, Gil, for taking Zubat right before me. I won't forgive Jervy for taking Mareep like 2 away from me. What else? Gil also sniped Makuhita from me.
I needed a fighting top.
So,
after Leaf got Machop, I was like, I need a fighting top bad. So
I actually waited on Hitmonlee was the only one that I actually wanted. I don't know like why everyone wanted Hitmontop. Everyone was so upset. I'm like, oh, at least Hitmonlee is here.
Intimidate.
I thought
it's pretty decent.
Yeah, I still
it's
thought
at least gonna be good early game.
Yeah,
true.
I agree. And Hitmonlee, you have to worry about accuracy checks with jump kick and stuff like that. So that, you know, it is. But yeah, back to the Zubat. I'm really surprised that I got both Magikarp and Zubat. One thing I learned, and I shared this with everyone in the Draftlocke, but I didn't know it at the time, is the movesets have been updated at least to Gen 8, or whenever Leech Life got buffed. So Leech Life, your knockoffs, stuff like that are the actual insane base power. So Ninjask, Zubat, and a couple other bugs that do get Leech Life naturally.
It changes everything.
Get it does. Really strong boost from it. So that and knockoffs, like having knockoff not be like base 20 or whatever it was in Gen 3 and have it base like 40 is, or I think it's like 50 or 60, is really big. So the Ghost Tops definitely got a buff from it that pick it up, because a lot of Ghost Tops get it. So yeah.
I'm kind of upset that I don't have Mischievous, that I only have Mischievous now.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to make sure that I took Duskull at least, because Duskull is my favorite Pokemon, and Dusclops is just pretty good.
I thought that was a bit early.
I don't know. Dusclops.
I thought it was. Go ahead.
I was about to say, it's arguably the bulkiest Ghost Top there is in this game. And I mean, you get Nightshade early. You get a bunch of. It's got like a really good like utility setup as well for it.
I can teach it the punches as well if needed.
Yeah. I also thought it was a little early, but I get why you picked it, and as a fan of Dusclops as well, I totally get it. Because it's awesome. Because Dusclops is awesome. I don't feel good that the only ghost type I came out of this was Shedinja. And I also regret not coming away with a better dark type, even though Sharpedo is okay. And like, you know, I mean, Sneasel's not that great, but like, I regret not coming away with a better dark type, because those could be really, really valuable.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. My dark top is Sableye, which isn't going to be very good, of course, and Shiftry. Neither of them are terrifically good picks for either of what they do. I was thinking Sableye was a little more bulkier than what it is, but it is most definitely not.
I was happy I got
you benefit from knockoff.
I do benefit from knockoff and like doing some like Sableye is the only Pokemon in this game that doesn't have a weakness, so yep. there is that going for me.
I was really happy that I got Cacnea.
I thought that was a good pick by you. I think people sleep on Cacturne a ton.
Yeah, the only thing that's going to hurt is the Fizz special split.
Yeah.
Sure. The other thing I was looking at mine is I have so when I look at mine, the biggest bulk special defense wise I've got is Gardevoir. I have nothing for Spadef. So.
We have a question in the chat actually.
Oh, it's 2 Socks. I'm very curious why you took Execute so early. He's meeting weaknesses in a bad level up move pool. Take it away, Socks.
Absolutely. So, first of all, to your point, I agree. I took it early. I took Execute too early, for sure. So I cannot deny that. I think I definitely could have waited on Execute. However, I do think it's going to be useful because its Spadef is actually pretty good. So at least it has some use. I wanted to get as many grass types as well. Up to that point, I only had 1. I wanted to get another. And I also wanted to just load up on as many psychic types as possible also, because I feel like that would be super helpful as well. I probably could have waited maybe like even maybe 4 rounds, because it probably still would have been there. So I think it was a little bit of a reach by me, but I do think people sleep on it. I'm going to get potential like all the powder moves, sleep powder, poison powder, stun spore. It might get leech seed. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But I think it's going to provide some utility for my team. Whereas like most of my Pokemon are either just like really offensive or super bulky. And then I can, you know, status and do stuff like that. So that was the thought process. But I agree. Took it way too early.
Yeah, I think Execute's a good pick. It probably is a little early though. I don't know how many people.
Yeah, I think it's early.
Going for it. I think
honestly, I think it was actually
yeah.
right time because I did want to have Executor.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Also, as Intrepid just said, yeah, 125 special attack. So that's also the other reason.
Yeah, I knew
it hits harder than you think.
Its special stats are both really, really good, and it's not as slow as you would think it would be either. Like it's nothing. No. It's not fast by any means, but it definitely kind of fits in there. Do you guys see any weaknesses, like big holes in your drafts? I've got a massive dragon one that I have no answer to. So if we run across any dragons,
I have a huge ice weakness.
Oh yeah, you took all the dragons.
Yeah.
Like the only one that the only dragon that kind of resisted is Kingdra. Like Trapinch is quad weak to it. Bagon is quad weak to it.
You have Skarmory.
Like, Orpheus.
Yeah.
I
want Jervy to run into a Glalie and to mess him up.
Yeah.
Get messed up by Glalie.
You would have a very hard time fighting a Walrein. A Walrein does a lot to your team. I guess you have Mareep for it, but yeah. What about Saren, Socks? What about you two?
I'd have to like think about it a lot.
For me, since Saren doesn't have any off the top of her head, I will say ground. I'm weak to ground for sure. Like that's a problem. So if I run into ground or fighting early, it could really be an issue. Yes, I have some psychic types, but like they're not super defensive. Like Mr. Mime, Unknown, Execute, Abra, like a strong fighting type could really mess me up, because then like anything that deals with Snorlax well, I am not going to appreciate.
Yeah.
You do have 3 grass types, so.
Yeah, I do. And then also, like, most fighting types will get, like, Pursuit or something like that. So it's like I can't even necessarily rely on Shedinja as well.
Yeah.
And they also could get, like, Foresight, too. So I think fighting is my worst fear. Fighting and ground.
Yeah.
I think, okay, I thought about it. I think maybe water, actually. Because
Interesting.
I got, like, some ground types and some fire types, and I don't really have a good answer to water except for, like, Jolteon.
And Chow.
Yeah. I mean, you do have Chinchou, which is
And Chinchou.
a really
The thing is
good
that you have
pick.
quite a few water types, so those are really gonna help you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, Saren, I think you might have gotten like, I think you and Leaf probably, like, not to hate on anyone else, of course, but I think y'all probably have like the most solid drafts, like draft teams, just from like looking at it off here, like all around, like just a core. Like obviously, Saren, you got Mudkip, which I think we can all agree is like the best starter. Like I don't think
Yeah.
I think everyone here wanted Mudkip first. Let's be real here.
I
I feel like
Oh,
next time,
absolutely.
if we do a season 2, we remove Mudkip forever.
Season 2.
I don't think it helped you guys that I also love Mudkip and Swampert.
You know,
So there was like no like debate other than it being good. It's just like I also want it because I like it.
yeah. You also have
For
Taylor,
sure.
and just
I was
kinda-
very
Yes.
close to getting Talo.
yeah, same.
Yeah, it's a great spot for Talo, I think.
Talo, I'm surprised didn't get pulled a little earlier, which is one reason why I didn't. But yeah, Talo, for those that don't know, Guts, Facade. If you have a way of burning it or giving it a status, it's fast. It's gonna hit
Yeah.
hard. It's gonna do a lot. It's gonna do a lot. Definitely gonna do a lot for you.
Gonna be super useful for sure. Plus
I-
crazy,
will say,
crazy
though,
fast.
I don't see a lot of things for Saren that are good early game.
On top.
Him on top's gonna
I
be
think-
good early game.
Maybe that, but like, let's say for example, I'm going to compare like with what I have. I have Skarmory, I have Tropius, I have Lapras. Like they're all already like just kind of like fully evolved. There's no like secondary evolution. It's going to help me a ton in that sense. Like you have great Pokemon for mostly the end stages.
Well, you gotta think. The level cap being 18, she's gonna have a Marshtomp. She can have a Starmie at this point. She'll have Swell. Actually, I can't remember Swellows before 18.
I think is it 22? 22?
Maybe. She's also going to be able to have Jolteon if she wants it early, or any of the evolutions. She'll be able to have him do.
For sure.
She has a lot of actual options that she could click early. And let's not forget, Dratini being a dragon as well, just is a really solid, phenomenal, like, just defensive top. And it's going to
Especially if the first gym is like electric, fire, water, or grass.
Yeah. So, Porygon
Yeah,
also is really solid.
I think I lean kind of Jervy's way as well, where I feel like him and I will be potentially the best suited early on. Like that was a big strategy I wanted to come away with this draft, was just like have some reliable options, some strong one-stage Pokemon I could use early. So like if I encounter something really crazy out the gate, I'm not just going to get smoked, because it's very possible that, you know, there's a random early route like Mewtwo or Legendary.
Don't say that.
Really, that could just really.
You jinxed that. No.
Like, listen, the rival battle. Like that could be a legendary Pokemon. So I think
it could.
like I was just like trying to prepare worst case scenario. And while you are right, she does have some stone Pokemon she can at least evolve. Like Starmie will be awesome, but I do tend to agree with Jervy. So if there's anything like super crazy, I am worried for Saren's safety.
Like this is how I see it. Like me and you are probably going to take the lead early on, but some of these people who don't have like the advantage that we do like early game, they might take on the entire thing. But you never know, maybe we have the lead and we keep the lead. So that's the thing, this is a race, right?
For sure.
It definitely is. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of in the same
know.
boat as like Saren in a way, because I mean, first stage Pokemon, I got like Sableye, I got Kangaskhan, which
You got Torkoal.
and I got Torkoal, but that's kind of my stretch, right? Like Relicanth, I guess, and Sudowoodo, but that's those are some pretty big weaknesses, all things considered. After the first gym, I'll have access to Gyarados, Crobat, and, you know, Kirlia, of course.
Yeah, if I get like Facade early, I could probably.
I think if you get Facade early, I think you're golden for a while. Just with Dalo.
But that's only if.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I think Tank could struggle early on as well. Because in terms of like,
you know what? I'm done with it. Tank is just gonna struggle point blank in a period. I gotta be honest.
I think it's gonna be a tough time for him until he can make it later game where these things are gonna be fully evolved. For sure.
I feel like late game he's got a really good late game.
Intrepid Sword Facade comes after beating Norman. That's not going to be the case for us.
Yeah, it's randomized.
So the other thing is, we've got it randomized, so what we know is not necessarily what we know. And you also have to wager, is it worth going out of your way to do something?
It might be.
It might be. It might not be.
It might be. Yeah. That's
shout out to the person that goes to Pacific Log and gets like Earthquake and like all the good TMs that are there. And but yeah,
I mean, it won't be me. I can tell you.
It's not gonna be me either. I'll tell you that right now as well.
It will not be me.
If I'm like really in a pickle.
I think it depends for everyone, because at the end of the day, it's like, let's say for example, you only have 2 Pokemon left and you are like about ready to defeat the Elite Four. You have the trashiest TMs ever. It's like,
you might as well at that point. Yeah, you might as well.
Because like the good strategy at the end of the day, when it comes to the Elite Four, is getting a crap ton of TMs and just switching them out.
I mean, I guess we can just sweep if we're all at the Elite Four at the same time. Just go for it.
That would be crazy. I would love that.
I mean, we're all going to be moving at the same speed, essentially. It's just going to be how many struggles are we going to have. So,
where it'll get interesting.
It definitely will.
Cannot wait to see, because there are going to be some gyms or some early trainers, whether it's rival or gym or whatever, where like some of us might really struggle based upon just whatever we choose. And now we might be able to jump into what we were, I guess, alluding to a little bit before. Like, does anyone have a good idea of like the full 6 they're gonna bring out the gate?
I don't know the full 6. I'm just pretty sure I'm gonna be taking Mudkip and Hitmontop first.
The one that I'm 100% taking is Lapras.
Oh, for sure. I think that goes without saying.
Lapras and Skarmory, actually.
Yeah.
I think mine's going to be Trico, Torkoal, Nidoking at that point, and probably Makuhita. Maybe Kangaskhan, maybe.
I think Kangaskhan would be smart for you.
Yeah, Sunkern won't be terrible either. I'm pretty sure. I need to check something, and maybe chat knows, and maybe you guys know, because I was looking at Sunkern's moveset. So Sunkern at level 15 gets Mega Drain, but if you evolve it into a Sunflora at level 15, it gets Razor Leaf. Do you guys know if I wait till 15 if I get both Mega Drain and Razor Leaf, or is it going to be one or the other?
I think you get one before the evolution and the other one after evolution.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head.
I also don't know. Because it's like Mega Drain would be nice, but I would much rather have Razor Leaf.
Right.
By the way, I kind of love how both me and Leaf, I have both of the like Dustox and Beautifly, and Leaf has Plusle and Minun.
I thought that was really funny how he ended up with both of those.
Yeah.
I thought it was really funny.
I got it correct!
Good job, Jeremy.
Intrepid Sword, only the items are randomized. Items and TMs, of course. The learn movesets are not randomized. So, stuff like Trico isn't going to be able to learn Fire Blast or anything like that. But the TM locations will be scattered across. So, gym leaders will always still give TMs.
It is worth looking for all of the like Poke items that are just everywhere.
Yeah. Oh, also, you guys, I might be the only one. I wanted to ask you guys. I am not going to be using Cyndaquil right out of the gate. Is everyone planning on using their starter? Because I'm not.
I am not using Charmander out of the gate. Nope.
I'm I mean, like Gil said, I will probably have Marsh Taunt by the time of the first gym, so I think I'm taking Mudkip.
I would absolutely take Mudkip. One thing that's interesting, Socks, is I would argue Cyndaquil would be a good pick because it's actually better mid-game, like early mid-game, because you get Flame Wheel early. Yeah, because I was looking, the one thing that drove me to not pick Cyndaquil is it doesn't learn Flamethrower until like 40 something.
Yeah, it doesn't learn until way late.
You do get Flame Wheel early, which is the opposite of Charmander, where Charmander gets Flamethrower early, but you have Ember until you get Flamethrower. So it's like Flamethrower is like 32, I think, for Charmander, but you have to keep Ember until then, as opposed to Cyndaquil, where you get Flame Wheel at like 14 or something like that.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what level it is, and that's one thing I'm gonna have to do is like look at some of these move sets.
I think we're gonna make a
out
spreadsheet.
like, okay, what's the best?
I think we're now we have been realizing that we need to actually like sweat on this.
Yeah, we need to actually prepare. We can't just go in blind. And
I'm
pick
100%
random
going
things.
in blind. I'm gonna go in
I'm
blind.
like gonna wait till the very last minute and then be like, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm supposed to do that.
Yeah.
I will say though, I like Poochyena because the first ability that it has is Run Away.
Yeah.
So I can just put it at front of everything and I'm just like, bye.
I was thinking about Runaway, but at the same time, I'm just gonna overlevel and Super Repel. Like, obviously the first area route Pokemon are gonna be level 3, 4. No reason to not have them like level 12, at least, until you get to the first.
Don't you get Repel after the first? Well, actually, it depends on where we get Repels, right? Because that's also randomized.
Well, the shops should have. Oh.
Yes, that's why I asked what I did. No, that's why that's a problem. That's why that's a problem because like you're not gonna be able to buy like antidotes and like stuff like that. That could really screw you over.
Oh, you're making me stressed.
That could really screw you over.
In Gen 3, if you don't have antidotes, your Pokemon do die to poison.
Oh yeah, they definitely are gonna die to poison.
So you have to get to a Pokemon Center. That's why teleport Abra. I'm gonna be saved.
Yeah, Ralts gets teleport just because of that. I'm probably gonna have Ralts in the party with teleport.
Yeah, that's why Runaway is now really good.
Yeah, I think Eevee gets Runaway too, or was that later?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. I don't know if it's later it gets it, but it definitely does get it.
I think it changes ability depending on the stone.
Well, Runaway is
but I meant like Eevee specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just Eevee.
Oh, that's so stressful. The fact that we don't know what we can get.
That's why I was asking. I was like, this is just gonna be a disaster. This is gonna be a disaster.
So yeah, its ability is only Runaway for Eevee. I looked it up.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. Then maybe I'll take out Eevee too.
Yeah. So
definitely putting Poochyena in now.
The good thing about the resources and stuff like that is we all are on the same seed. So everyone theoretically should have the exact same items in the exact same location. The only thing I'm not sure is going to be the same as the rival Pokemon. I don't know, because the rival changes after, like, because it's randomized, they all have a different Pokemon after every time. So I don't know if it's going to randomize to the same Pokemon for each of us. I hope so, but
that'll be fun.
I mean, there is an entire rival fight that you can completely skip in this game. So if you guys didn't know,
there's 2 of them that we can skip.
Is there 2?
Yep. The one at Lily Cove City as well.
That's the one I was thinking of that you could skip.
Yeah.
The one that also the one after Roxanne.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go. Didn't know that. You guys are...
Yeah, because they just, like, stand there. You don't have to... They don't stop you.
Yeah, she's like, all right, I will fight you.
Like, don't, like, button mash A.
Oh, no, yeah.
No, the rival is literally like, all right, I want to fight you. But, like, I don't consent.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, thank you. I'm okay. I'm going to be all right.
Oh, okay, well, that sucks. All right, next.
So, going off of it, gym leaders, seeing how they're randomized, who do you guys think the first gym's gonna be? Like, what type do you think it's gonna be?
Oh my gosh.
Well,
I have no clue.
I sure as hope not ice.
I would love if it's fire. Fire
would be good.
I could handle fire.
Fire would be great. I would love to see...
I could probably handle fire.
I mean, I think most of us can handle almost anything, but I would love to see Leaf handle fire out of the gate, just because Bulbasaur, Magnemite, Scyther...
He's got a big fire weakness now that I look at it. I mean, he does have Slowpoke, which is really good, but...
he does, but...
Lily Cove. She's blocking some potential really good TMs. She is, which is a struggle. It's like, do you really want to go to
we
the
don't know if there's TMs there,
well,
though.
the TM shop, I think, is always going to have TMs.
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe
I think.
it's worth
I'm not
it.
100% sure. I guess we'll have to
That
find
could be
out when we
worth
get
it.
there.
We will.
Oh my God.
See, that's where that could be worth it 100%.
Yeah.
So are we planning to do like a video about this?
We're doing the
Oh,
video
good
right
question.
now.
I'm talking about like after we stream
Like a
the whole
recap.
thing, like
a recap.
Oh,
yeah.
I haven't thought of it.
Everything.
I mean, I don't know. We can. It depends on everybody's schedule. For those that don't know, it's hard to gather like 6 people at the same time. So
Not when your name is Jeremy.
yeah, I mean, I don't know. It all depends on if everybody's free or whatnot. Maybe the first like 5 minutes of each stream, like 5-10 minutes of each stream, we do a recap on the stream for the people that missed it.
Oh no, I'm talking about like after we are done, right? Like
Yeah,
make
like a big,
highlight
like
video.
a-
Oh,
yeah, like
you
a
mean like
yeah,
an
like a big
after?
recap video.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Oh,
after the
like
whole
after
thing
it's
is done.
done?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
see
yeah.
a reason why we couldn't do something like that. I think it'd be kind of fun.
I think it would be fun too.
For
Dude,
sure.
Because do you guys record all your game footage as well, or do you?
I just downloaded from YouTube.
Yeah, I just downloaded from YouTube
Mhm.
also. So I mean, everyone will have everything.
Oh man, I'm the only square that records everything at the same time.
Look, I don't have a lot of storage, sir.
Well, I just got.
Yeah, I
two-
gotta optimize storage.
I just bought like two 2-terabyte hard drives.
All right, send me one, thank you.
So.
All right, Mr.
Jesus
Monetized.
Christ
All right.
Almighty.
Look, my hard drives get full probably because I record and keep everything forever. So I have stuff from like the very first like Soul Link still on this computer. But
You hoarder.
Hey, when are we doing a 6-person Soul Link, by the way?
I talked to
good
Leaf
God.
about that, and it would be like we'd have to do like 2, 2, and 2 type of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be like teams.
Actually, that would be
team
a cool race
versus-
idea, season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, another race. Oh, man.
I've thought about
Yeah.
like I definitely, depending on like how things go, I definitely at the end of it, I'm gonna try to get feedback from everyone that participates, from like audience, from us, see what works and what doesn't work. And I definitely want to do it again, maybe next year, maybe at the later of this year, because I think this is gonna be really fun, and I think it's something you can improve on. Like I've already thought of so many
Oh, for
different like
sure.
spin-off ideas. Like, what if we did this, but instead of it having the order we did, we have it based off tops. So like everyone picks all their water tops and stuff like that, and kind of see how it goes.
Would you
Interesting.
pick the same cast, or would we have different casts or more casts?
I don't know. We'll have to see. Obviously, I can't dictate who will be available for what dates that aren't in the schedule yet. So,
If we do a Soul Link versus, I want to pair with Socks, and we'll be the JoJo team.
I'm
Let's do
I'm
it.
in the
I'm here
JoJo
for it. I'm
side
here for
though,
it.
as well.
Screw you.
I'm
Like-
gonna be
like-
honest.
Socks
if
is
I-
Red Heart 7.
If I am
Yeah.
going to pair up with someone that's going to be gifted,
Yeah, that's the other thing is like trying to figure out like who would be in it. Do I want? Because the other thing is like for Gen 3, the amount of Pokemon, like 30 Pokemon that we get is pretty well. It works well with 6 people, but
Yeah.
the next one, if we did it, I don't know if I would want to do something like Gen 4 because it would change. Gen 4 would change the game a lot.
I would like Generation 5, to be honest. Generation 5 is just such a good game.
I love Gen 5.
It is a good
personally.
game.
Yeah, and that's
very
what I'm saying.
biased.
Like the only reason I would say Gen 4 is because like you're upping your Pokemon a little bit at that point.
Yeah.
But
you
like
are.
Gen
You
5,
have
you're
more
upping
options.
it a lot because Gen 5 has a
Yeah.
lot of Pokemon.
Yeah, but like, let's say for example, we do a season 2 and we have 8 participants.
Oh man. Oh my
But
goodness.
also, like, if we're talking about like a Soul Link thing, it might be better to do a later gen because if one Pokemon, you technically are like losing 2
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, so like the way that would do is like a pair picks their 2 Pokemon, then another pair picks their 2 Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. You just have to make sure their toppings don't overlap. Or at least the
Well,
primary.
that depends if we want to add that rule. I don't think it's necessarily that we need to
Yeah.
add that rule.
Maybe. I just know both Soul Links that I've done, that's been the rule that we went by. But
That is not what I've done. And I did a triple Soul Link once, okay?
Oh man. Oh fancy.
That's where it's fun with different people doing different things. We would figure something out for sure. It would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah.
We're
definitely,
talking-
definitely workshopping it for sure.
No one take these
I just
ideas.
want to. I just want to remind
Yeah,
everyone.
yeah. If you,
that,
if we will sue you.
like, for sure. Yeah,
Some
these
of us are American.
These are Jervy trademarked.
I'm not American, but I am South American.
Oh, well.
It still counts. You're still American.
Amen.
Well, there's also a very strong possibility that like we come out of this with like, you know, we're 2 gyms deep and like half of us are already eliminated. So I just want to.
That's the other thing.
Let's pray for
what happens? What happens if
Yeah.
just like someone wipes immediately?
Maybe
Or,
we
like-
could run it back with the same team, just a different seed.
They're like, I've been thinking about it, and maybe I want to run this by everyone. Is like if someone wipes, they start like.
I think you just start completely over, and you just have to deal with that like penalty of.
I kind of like that as well.
Okay, I gotta ask though, like, when we say wipe, is it the entire 30 Pokemon or the party that we have?
I'd say entire 30 Pokemon.
Yeah, because like, let's say for example, like in the first gym, I wipe with my first 6 Pokemon. Let me grab the other 24 and like workshop with that, right?
I think that's potentially a little bit more interesting and fun because like then you're using some things that are a little bit more off the wall, and like then you still get to at least go. I think it's unlikely though that someone would lose all 30 like early on. So I think they're like you.
So let's
you could argue
do
either
that.
Side. I think. You
But
could
let's say,
argue-
for example, somebody really like, I don't know, kicks the bucket and literally loses all of them. I think they should be allowed a second chance, but all the way from the start.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that as well. I feel like that's just super unlikely. Yeah, I think it's way more likely that one of us just, you know, like whites out, like our team of 6 gets eliminated. But I'm still on board with that. Like, they just got to deal with the penalty.
And I will say, like, maybe like at the moment, like, let's say for example, if it's like really early, like we all talk about it, like, yes, let's do it. But like, let's say for example, it's like really late, somebody is like maybe super close to winning. Maybe at that point we say, is it worth it?
Well, the only problem I
True.
have with it, like, I actually don't mind that idea. It's like, say someone was kind of late, like 6th gym. If they have to
Yeah.
wipe and start all the way over, they're pretty much out of it anyways, right? Like, no matter what they could do.
So they can still like hang out and play. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Like,
Are
at
we
least they
going
should just have to be
for
there.
whoever wins the entire thing, or?
Whoever beats the champion first and the fastest.
So let's say for example, maybe we all lose at the Elite Four.
Well, whoever got to
Ooh.
the... I
Furthest?
guess, yeah, whoever got the furthest in the Elite
The
Four.
furthest.
And
Okay.
if people got to the exact same, whoever got there quicker, because everybody's timer is going to be different.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to look by your save data. Because you can go in there and... oh, is it loud? I've lowered it. A lot. I can lower it some more, though. That's fun. I'll lower it some more. But hey,
But
Doc,
regardless,
some-
I know for sure that this is going to be an experience of a lifetime for all of us.
I think
Yeah.
it's going to be really funny. I think it's going to be really, really funny.
I agree. Like I said, I'm interested to see how it goes. I want to know, like, at the end of the day, like, thoughts of, like, what people think.
Or if anybody has any questions, just in case.
Yeah, I mean, you know, chat, if you guys do have questions, definitely ask or whatever, and we can answer as quickly as we can, of course. But throughout the... Oh, it was probably louder than my voice because of me having unplugged my mic earlier and had to swap channels to something different instead of fixing voice mod, but that's fine. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to work on that. I do think it's worth, like, the person, if just to kind of go back because I got sidetracked again. If a person, like, does wipe completely, I think it is worth them still trying. Maybe we save state between every gym, and that way they just reset, like, they have to redo the last gym that they did. Maybe that would be a nice balance for it, or something similar to that.
Well, no, because
I have
like
to
if
relearn
they're
my
entire,
save states.
but like also if they entirely wipe, I think, again, it's rough. And honestly, I'm probably going to be the first person who is going to have to experience it all the way back at the start. And if they somehow catch up, then yeah, I think that would be fair. Like maybe like if you wipe with the 6 Pokemon, but you still have like 24 others, maybe you go back to the save state at that point as a bit of a penalty. Like from every gym, right?
Maybe. Or I guess we could leave it at the end of the day, leave it up to the person that lost to make their decision. Like, you can continue.
Right.
Actually,
You
that's
could do
probably the
this or
best
this.
idea. It's like, hey,
For
you
sure.
can continue if you want and start over fresh. And you'll at that point as well, you'll have the knowledge because even restarting will be the same seed. So you'll know what to do at what specific points, and maybe you can come back.
I think you can, because you will have that background knowledge at that point, whereas everyone else, like, you're still pretty much going blind. Like, that's where, at least in my mind, speed is important, but it's not everything, because, like, if the person is leading the whole way and they wipe out, then it doesn't matter anyway. So you still have to be careful. You can't be just, like, completely button mashing and speeding through, because you could easily, screw yourself over. And cause a death. Like, I know we can all attest to unnecessary deaths in nuzlocke by way of speeding up.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
I'm playing Pokemon Y and I'm still flopping and I'm not speeding up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and because it's hardcore, like, that makes it even more likely, right?
Actually, that's an intriguing question. Who here plays hardcore? Because I do.
I do.
I don't regularly, but I have before.
Yeah. Same as Socks.
So in a way, like me
Go ahead,
and
Jeremy.
Gil, in that sense, have a bit more of a head start because we have been doing like hardcore nuzlocke like.
Yeah,
on
might have a little bit more experience for sure.
I will
like-
say this though, I mean I have played Emerald Kaizo,
Yeah,
and
just
right
because
now
of
I'm
that,
playing
you've got like a step above
Unbound.
everyone.
on Unbound, I disabled the like bag, so I can't use like healing items and stuff.
That's such a good.
So I
addition.
do have experience
It's
with
helpful.
that.
Unbound's a hard
Definitely
game
very
too.
helpful.
You're definitely getting some experience with Unbound.
So I gotta
For
be
sure.
honest, like as chatters, you guys have to tell us if, like, let's say for example, even if I make a mistake, I accidentally heal someone up mid-battle, like call us out on that because,
Yeah. I've done that when Leaf and I were doing the hardcore nuzlocke for the AI hardcore nuzlocke.
Yeah.
I did cheat by accident. I used I think it was an antidote in the middle of a battle, and
By accident.
by accident,
You're
just
close.
it was like
You're
just
close.
muscle memory. I'm like, yep, that happened. That absolutely happened. But yeah, definitely call us out on it. If it happens, it
Please
happens.
do.
It's not going to be the end of the world. The point of this is
2-minute penalty.
the point of this is everyone to have fun, right? Like at the end of the day. So
For sure.
it'll be great. It will be.
I do hope that, like, even though we know that this is for fun, that we do have a competitive edge against each other, because it does make it more fun that way. It makes people be like, oh my god, like, who's actually winning, right? Like, they get excited.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've made commands. Let me just actually test to make sure this works.
Drum roll.
For at least mine. Yeah, there you go. So I've made commands on Stream Elements to where it would link to everyone's like YouTube video, like their live stream at the same time.
Please subscribe right now. Please subscribe right now. Please subscribe right
So,
now.
like-
Thank you very much.
I did use shorthand for everything. I might go back in and try and add like full stream names as well, so that way you can do it. I need to test all of them at some point in time. It's actually on cooldown.
So
I'm not
much
even
more
shilling
tech
myself.
savvy than me.
Yeah, well, I've messed with Stream Elements a lot, a lot here lately, working on things. But yeah, I'll probably have to remove the cooldown from it. But it should all go to like everyone's channel. So during the point of the stream, I'm hoping the audiences will bounce back and forth between all of it, just so that way you can see.
They really be cloud chasing off of Gil? Yes. Hello.
That's fine. I don't mind. It's a community. YouTube's meant to be building communities. Not like I've got a whole lot of clout anyways, but
No, I literally only joined so I can like get all of everyone else's subscribers. Yeah. That's me.
I mean, you're not getting anything from me.
I never watch anyone else's content. I only just
you've
grab
never showed
there.
up on
I
any of other
leech.
streams.
No, I would never watch your guys' streams. I
Yeah,
don't even
he
know what you
definitely
guys
doesn't come
play.
to my stream and tells me
No.
to win.
I would never do that. I always hope you lose.
Same here, feelings mutual.
Oh,
That's where it's gonna be
Okay.
fun.
Ow. Mean.
So, but
So
yeah,
like I'm normally like, I mean, most of the time I'm pretty chill, but like I also do get really competitive.
I'm
and
so
I-
competitive.
Some
Very
have told me
competitive
that is my worst quality. So I am ready. I will be talking smack to all of you.
Not just
during this
Leaf.
draft. Yeah, no, not just Leaf. Leaf is my prime target. Leaf is my prime target. But I will come prepared.
I will say this though, like sometimes I go over the top with my like trash talking. If it gets too much, please just tell me straight up.
As long as it doesn't break YouTube's like TOS, I don't mind.
Oh no, me neither. Me neither. Like I can dish it out. I can take it. So like whatever you have to say, bring it on. I am unbothered. In fact, I would be upset if you didn't. I would be upset if you were more reserved and more calm. Bring on the insults.
I gotta be honest,
bring on
like
all of it.
I wish
I'm
I had
calm.
a
I don't get upset. I'm like in the moment. I'll be like dialed in. I'll be like, oh no, what am I gonna
like
do?
I wish I had a halo over my head, but let's be real here, it's actually bird shit. So
Absolutely.
I was about to go to like Photoshop and add a halo to your head, but I'm not doing that now.
no. Maybe do that for like a joke later.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the Draftlocke's gonna be fun. Hopefully viewers will bounce back across. Like I said, the only thing I do expect the viewers is like obviously be respectful for the streamer and stuff like that, but just your basic common courtesy stuff, of course. But
no, curse at Leaf, spam his chat with hateful messages, tell him he sucks, tell him I sent you.
Okay, we have to actually figure out if we can have. You said that we could possibly direct everyone to like a page where they can see all 6 of us, like a multi-Twitch thing, but like for YouTube.
not if you're still here. Do you have? Actually, I still have it. I would have to. The problem is like there's this. Like I'll send in our little group chat that we've got. That's not what I wanted. There's like this where you can like link everyone's channels together. Like you could just have a multi thing.
Okay.
The problem is you have to be live at that time, and it takes a little bit of time to set up. So I don't know if that would be good, or
Could we schedule our stuff first?
maybe.
Because if we all schedule it like maybe 2 hours before, we can set it up easily.
The other
I'll
thing I was
definitely
thinking. Oh, go ahead.
mine
Sam.
as soon as I can.
Yeah, the other thing I was thinking is
Same
just making
here.
like a Google Doc with the links, because like I don't know if you guys know this, but like if you type in like what I did for Jervy/live, it'll always redirect them to the live link.
Cool.
So, like, for instance, if I do, let me make sure this works here. Now that it should be off cooldown. If not, I'll have to look and see what broke. Maybe it's not off cooldown, or maybe it's broke. But like, if I did that, it should pop up like their live link, and I could probably get them from all that, unless I've just, you know.
You don't have to
messed up.
call me out for being broke. I already know.
Everybody's broke. Don't worry. That's 2023. So,
We're all young.
yeah.
No, I'm like the least tech. I'm like the least tech savvy person here. Like, I need my hand held so badly.
That's
So
me.
badly.
When we were doing all the PK Hex stuff, I was
Same.
Gil was saying stuff to me, and I was like, "What are you
I
talking
hopped on a
about?"
call with Socks as well. to help
Literally
him.
the next day. Literally the next day, Saren. So it'll...
There was Socks. Hopefully, you don't mind me telling this story, but so Socks
No,
and
go
I
ahead,
did
go
a
ahead.
collab a
Go
while
ahead.
back. It was like anime. I think it was like anime 2022, like the best animes or
Yeah.
whatever. And Socks had just gotten a PC, and he was telling me stories of him building his PCs and or his PC, and I can't remember what it was that you used.
I had to use Q-tips.
Q-tips. That's what it was.
For what?
It was something with
like,
your hard drive,
in
wasn't
the
it?
Yeah, it was in my like to keep something connected. I had to, like they're still there. They're still there. Like it's been that way for a couple months. The only
So
way.
you used like the softest thing ever to try and direct it.
Yeah,
It
and it
worked.
worked. Or at least like not necessarily to direct, but like to keep it in place. To keep it in place like to a certain spot.
Hey,
Because
if it
otherwise the
works, it
connection
works. As long as it doesn't burn your house down, we're fine.
Yeah, it was like it looks ridiculous like when you actually open it up, but it is functional. Whatever I have to do, gonna make it work. So
Yeah, it absolutely works. It absolutely works, or at least it's supposed to work at this point in time. So we've been going for about an hour. I'm still down to keep talking about the draft and stuff if you guys want to.
Same here.
Leaf said he'd
I
be here.
got nowhere to be.
Yeah, Leaf said he'd be
so-
here for like 20-30 minutes if we were still live streaming. So we'll see.
You know what would be funny? We stopped the stream right as he joined.
Right as he came, like, hey guys, stream
Hey guys,
ends.
all right guys, bye.
Stream
We're gonna
ends.
see you
Bye.
Wednesday. Please
See
don't
you
watch
Wednesday.
Leaf's content,
Yeah.
please. We're gonna be absolute dick about it.
Poor Leaf.
Her asked if I made my dinner. Yes, I did make my dinner.
Leaf's in
Leaf
the
is in
chat.
chat.
Oh, hey Leaf,
Leaf.
I'm not talking bad about you. Let it be
Hi
known.
Leaf,
I've
I
been-
am totally not talking shit about you. Please make my thumbnail, thank you.
Oh,
Leaf, I've been plotting on your downfall this entire stream. I hate you. I
That's an
want you to lose.
understatement.
I want you to lose. I want you to lose so badly.
oh.
Just like in our project that is unreleased. Spoilers.
I think I know what it
Don't let me
I
in
already
with
know
these
what it is.
people.
So,
Yeah.
real quick, going back to the draft, what do you guys think is the most underrated pick from everyone?
Everyone.
Unknown, obviously.
We're not talking about you. You have to
We
talk
all
about
know
other
Unknown's
people.
busted socks.
I gotta be honest, Sneasel.
Sneasel?
Interesting.
Interesting.
I don't agree with that, but okay.
I also don't, but
But okay. But okay.
So-
Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry at night.
Yeah, so we can also like phrase it this way also, like what Pokemon in everyone's like last row do you guys like the most for the value? That might be an easier way to
yeah,
to
that's
phrase.
probably
I mean,
a good way
obviously,
of phrasing it.
because like most Pokemon on the top are pretty good. Sure, they could have been drafted maybe a round or two later or vice versa, but like personally, I feel like I did a solid job with some value. I feel good about my bottom row. I don't know about you guys, but like Grimer, Mr. Mime being a special wall, Doug Trio being just super fast physical attacker. I think people sleep on Gorybus a ton, and it's really, really good. I think Sneasel's okay. Hitmonchan being where I got it, and obviously Unknown, which is going to carry me through the game. So I feel good about my bottom row. What do you guys think about either yours or mine? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm right.
My bottom row, the only one that like I feel like I'm like is Skitty, but it's not even that bad.
And it was
I
also
would
your last
trade
pick.
you, Skitty.
Oh, imagine if we had trades.
Yeah, trades are off, but you know, maybe in the future that's what we enabled.
Season
Bottom
two,
row for
season two.
mine, I made some pretty big oopsies in the bottom row. I think in mine. Quillfish, I've already stated that I thought it had Intimidate and it doesn't. Surskit also probably shouldn't have pulled.
Yeah, pretty
If
tough.
it were post, like, what,
I think it'd be much better,
physical
much
special
better.
split,
Yeah,
it would be great.
But it turns into a Masquerain, right?
it does,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
not.
and it has Intimidate.
Yeah, it has Intimidate.
The problem is its physical attack is not good, and Bug is
Yeah.
well, Bug's not really
Bug
strong.
and flying.
Yeah, so it loses pretty much, you know, some oopsies there. Other than that, I'm pretty good. Oh, Voltorb, like Ellis brought up just then, but Voltorb also, it learns garbage. Like, you want to talk about garbage? Doesn't learn Thundershock, doesn't learn Thunderbolt, doesn't learn Thunder, Discharge doesn't exist yet. I get Spark.
At
So,
least it's fast.
Wow.
At least it's super, super fast.
Jeffrey with the Giraffe and Chimecho Azumarill for Saren.
I think Ninjask for Saren too. is gonna be
Underrated? For, like,
awesome.
underrated picks? Or, like...
I would
I think
assume
Ninjask. Yeah, underrated.
Okay. I like, well, for my bottom row, I like Nummel, just because I like Camerupt. I think I like Sandshrew too, because Sandslash can be kind of bulky.
Sandslash is surprisingly bulky. I didn't realize how bulky it was, but it absolutely
Yeah,
is.
it's got some pretty good defense. And I know people are gonna disagree, but I like Shuppet, but that's only because I like ghost types.
I feel like Shuppet's pretty good.
It actually has not like pretty good attack. I just think it doesn't get like good moves. I have to check again though.
Yeah.
It can learn a lot of great stuff by like TMs though. Like it's got a lot of TM versatility. I think if you like everyone who came away with at least a solid ghost type is in a good spot because it's important to.
Okay, I see how it
those.
is. I see how it is.
Hey, I didn't. My ghost type is Shedinja, so that could be.
I will say I'm really happy that I got Banana Beard because the thing is that nobody else was probably gonna pick it. So
I would've
like,
picked it.
I
I would have picked bananas. I would
gonna
have
be
picked
good
This
for you.
it.
It's
ratio,
gonna be
I got
really
banana
good.
beard. Okay, I
gonna be
can get a fruity snack if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there. I definitely think there's like some good stuff. Like, I feel like value-wise for the bottom row, like Dunsparce, Relicanth, and I feel like Sudowoodo's pretty solid. Ekans being another Intimidator as well.
Is good, yeah.
I kind of forgot Ekans had it. I feel like Spinda might be pretty okay early game as well. I think. I have to check a look at Spinda again. So.
I think Lunatone and Solrock for Jervy and for Tank are going to be useful early on. Levitate, Dual Stab, Psywave is really helpful.
And we're actually like
the random damage roll.
Like due to us like rock types, I gotta be honest, I don't like rock types. It's not a good like typing at all. But the fact that I'm like Lunatone and Solrock being a rock psychic type, yeah, like it makes fighting type moves against us neutral.
Right, which is helpful.
Well, psychic's
I think
already
the only
like busted
thing
too.
though
Oh, go ahead, Sarah.
isn't like the Lunatone considered the better one because it's more like special.
I think.
I mean,
so.
that's why Solrock is like second to last.
Yeah.
So.
I still should have taken it though.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like they're both pretty solid. Rock types are nice just to have defensively, anyways. And also, there's not many fire. I don't know if you guys realize this, but there's not many fire types until Gen 3. Like, let's see. Did everybody get a fire top?
Yes,
I think
I got
a fire type.
did.
I only got one fire top, but you know,
I only got one fire type too, but everyone got at least one fire type.
I feel like I might have hoarded the fire types.
Well, you only got
just a
what,
little
2?
bit. I have 3.
Oh, you do have 3.
3?
Yeah.
I have Houndour, Nummel, and Slugma.
Oh, I gotta be honest, like Nummel being a fire type, it does not look like a fire type to me.
Yeah. I mean, Nummel gets slept on a lot, but I think Nummel's a really solid pick. One thing I also
Camerupt is nice.
Yeah, one
Hit
thing
it with water, like just splash it a little bit instead.
Yeah,
just spit
well,
on it.
the good news
Okay.
is
Or you
it's
can play
randomized.
smart and not have that happen.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you've got an like water top comes in. You have the most optimal forever switch in with Chinchou, right? You have water absorb or volt absorb. Unless
That,
only
I was super
absorb.
upset. I was super upset I didn't get Lantern for that reason.
Yeah.
Also,
yeah,
just
I knew
to
I wanted to
confirm,
pick it
right,
early.
Yeah. me too.
Every
Just didn't
gym that we have, right, there's not going to be any typing repeats, or is that a possibility?
I don't think there'll be any
Ooh,
topic
good
repeats.
question. That's a good question, though.
I don't think
Because
so.
if there is a typing repeat, that's going to suck for like, let's say for example, like maybe you're really weak to grass and there's 2 of them.
That would be so funny, though.
It would be, but I don't think there's topic
It would
repeats.
suck, but that'd be funny.
It would be funny. It would very much
Also, I wanted to mention earlier, I also like my Ninjask pick
Oh, yeah.
in the bottom row
Absolutely.
just purely because of Baton Pass.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think that's what Ellis was saying is like it's fast and it's definitely like an underrated one.
Yeah, it's
Speed
gonna
boost, double team, Baton
do
Pass.
decent damage. So
Yeah, especially because you'll have buffed leech life. So also,
Yeah.
doesn't Ninjas get sword stance too?
Yes.
it does.
That's one thing I've got a big problem with is like setup mons. Like I do have Dragon Dance Gyarados. I think I'm gonna run special Gyarados though, so that way I can make use of like water. Because obviously flying, he won't have a flying move. So that way I get like the most optimal for water, but I might change that at a later point in time. But like, other than that, setup wise,
I don't really have anything either. So I'm in that
I will
boat
be
with
real
you.
here. I'm not a setup type of person, so like I don't really look at things like that. Like when I'm picking, like
Jervy, I'm not either. I just do it to appear smart.
yeah, I mean
it works.
I will say though, I will keep Perish Song for Lapras.
Oh, Paris song. I love that. I love that play.
I got the coughing with the explosion.
True.
Or when you really need it.
Yeah.
Can you use Explosion on a ghost type, please?
No.
I mean,
think
you
that's a good
should
call.
do it.
She could get predicted, and then like a gym leader switches
Yeah.
in something else.
That would suck.
That would
But
suck.
also, I think if you lower accuracy too, explosion can miss.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's true.
that
So,
sucks.
That's
I think
what
I had that happen in Kaizo. I lowered an accuracy of something I knew would explode and then it missed.
I wish that like I can take you seriously when you say that you played through Kaizo because you didn't like nuzlocke in.
Kaizo,
I didn't.
Kaizo is still a win. You beat it. You
Yeah,
still, it's
throw
still
the
a win.
shade. Throw
So-
the shade, Jervy. You're not a real nuzlocker.
Hey, I gotta be real here. Like this, like I get when you say like, oh yeah, I beat Kaizo. I'm like, oh wait, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you'll be more conditioned probably than most of us, even that do normally do hardcore nuzlocks. Just be from
Yeah,
that.
for sure.
Just because you're used to that.
I do hardcore nuzlocks. I still don't think I'm smart.
Oh, me either. I do. My problem is I like
I
to
use
go with the
MLG
stupid
pad.
options. Like, if there's a chance for me to hit an Oko move, I'm almost always going for the Oko move. So, you know, I don't
Same.
Guillotine.
I don't
gonna be my
know other than
downfall as
Horn
well.
Drill I've got. I think Horn Drill's the only like Oko move I'll be able to pick up on like Nidoran, maybe. And then I don't even think I will be able to get it because of Nidoking. So I'll probably be fine, but you know, there's a chance. Just like Explosion, if I see a chance, that Voltorb's gonna go pop. That Voltorb will pop.
Might as
Do I
might
have
as
any
well.
explosion mons? I don't think I do.
I don't think I do either.
Maybe Soul Rock.
Yes, I think they explode. I'm pretty sure that both of
If only
I think
we had
Lunatone
the
and Soul Rock
interwebs.
explode.
Let's.
I'll go check it out. Soul Rock.
I think my only way of getting explosion is Metronome Clefable. Cannot wait for that.
Oh.
Cannot wait for that.
Are you gonna run just a metronome meme set? Because I hope so.
Listen?
Okay, so
I might
Soul
have
Rock-
to. I might have to.
Soul Rock learns explosion at level 49.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
get
that's useful at that point. That's gonna do.
It
a
is,
ton.
yeah.
That's gonna do a million.
Yeah. And yeah, you were right earlier, Saren. Soul Rock is more of the attacker, and Lunatone is more of the special attacker.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
But if you have explosion on Soul Rock, it'll probably do better than with Lunatone.
Oh
Well, normal is special attack, right?
yeah, normal's physical.
It's
physical.
It's physical.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've been lied to. Okay, so it's the evolutions when it comes to their evolved forms plus dragon that are special attackers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then whatever is. So why is Ghost like at the physical?
Because
It's very
Nobody
nice against
knows.
Wobbuffet, actually.
Yeah. It's true.
yeah, that's gonna
I
be the
hate
one
it.
saving grace. Is gonna be like against Wildfizz, like the Fizz special split not existing to kind of mess with it. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still really.
Although
like
I will
Wobbuffet.
say. No, actually, never mind. I thought. No, it does learn Stone Edge.
No, it doesn't exist yet.
It learns Stone Edge at 35 Soul Rock.
In Gen 3?
It does
Yeah.
not learn it in Gen 3.
Oh, that is brilliant, Diamond and Shining Pearl. Good morning, South
I was gonna
America.
say, I don't think Stone Edge exists yet.
Rock Slide. That's what I said. Yep.
Yes. Rock slide.
get Cosmic
That
Power.
would be useful.
I low key think
True.
Makuhita is also going to be really good on my side. Like gets Vital Throw really early, has some really good
Fake
bulk.
out.
Yeah, Fake Out. Fake Out's going to be really nice.
Fake out's gonna be useful.
You use fake out on a slacking.
Yeah.
That's really
No,
nice.
but I mean, can I?
Use
I don't
dig.
think so. I mean, I would
You
love
can
to.
you can use Dig. You can use Fly. You can use Fake Out.
Protect.
Yeah, I can't wait to use dig and then whatever I'm up against use like magnitude or earthquake.
Oh, that's gonna be
I'm
so
so-
terrible.
Yeah.
You're gonna go up
Okay,
against the
can-
slacking with Earthquake, and it's just gonna sit there and be like, all right.
I want everyone to know right now. So I'm leading off against the rival with Unknown, and I'm leading off against Roxanne with the Unknown. If their first Pokemon is a Shadow Tag Pokemon, like Shadow Tag Gengar, like any Ghost type that Shadow tags, I'm just resetting. I just want you to know right now.
Is the
resetting.
AI so smart that they have like
I will
Why
be
would
so
you
upset.
reset? You would just win, Socks. You have unknown.
Yeah, Socks, clearly.
They're trapping
My-
themselves in with you.
With me, yeah. My Unknown named Dio is gonna
That's-
dominate everything.
Jervy,
Take
I don't
everybody
know.
out.
I don't know if there's a way to make the AI like actually smart just from the randomizer. I think you actually have to go in and like code some things, and I don't know how I would do that.
Yeah.
So
If
we
you
don't. So we
played-
probably don't have any like extra items. They don't have like Rocky Helmet or leftovers or stuff.
Oh, they
like
have
that.
That
items.
would be.
Oh, that's what I'm asking.
Oh no!
If you play
why?
Gen 3 a lot, you should also know how the AI works, so that could be very helpful.
Saren, you're asking somebody who is dumb?
True.
Yeah.
And that's really dumb.
The item clause though is only their ace has an item. So,
Oh, okay.
Mm.
but it could be any item.
Oh
and
man, I need to find leftovers so badly.
Yeah.
Leftovers are going to be a good item to get.
Like,
Oh,
let's say
yeah.
for example, like if you know where leftovers is and you do not tell anyone else, then nobody else like gets it.
that's
I'm
it.
gonna
That's
be
a play.
I'm gonna be stream sniping Jervy the entire time, so
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna know what he's doing.
Sure.
I'm gonna keep my eye on him.
Okay, you know what? I'll stream snipe you.
I'm gonna keep my eye on you.
I'm going to. So from where Leaf and I did the AI log, he had to remote into my computer, but I also can remote into his computer, and I'm just going to remote into his computer and sabotage him.
Honestly, like, okay, what are we going to set standards for ourselves? Like, can we have a coach? Can we like have somebody who's like looking at all of the other people, see like what they got?
You can have a coach before stream, and they can give you advice during stream, I suppose, because I mean you're looking at your chat, right? They cannot be on the call though. So
No, like on stream, like they have to be watching.
Okay,
Like-
chat, you have to really, really help me out, please.
Maybe not her,
Need
maybe-
my memory.
chat
Maybe not
really
Saren,
help
but maybe
everyone
Jervy.
else out but me. Wink, wink. Tell them the
Sabotage
right
them,
thing.
sabotage them.
Wink, wink.
I have my people that I trust, and I have my people that I really do not trust at all, and I do not listen to them. Cider duck. Sorry, what?
My biggest weakness is that I forget things very, very easily. If you watch my streams, you know I'll literally say I'm gonna do something and then
Oh,
I
same
just
here.
forget.
Same here.
Oh my god, guys. Alright, guys. This is the end of the stream. We will see you guys next time. I really hope you guys have
Time to
enjoyed
wrap
it.
up. It's been a good
Yeah,
hour
leaf
and a half.
joined. Whoops.
Leaf.
What is going on, guys?
I want you to know I haven't said anything bad about you.
That's a lie.
You know.
I was actually just about to bring up how Leaf's bottom row is easily the weakest out of everyone's bottom rows. So he better hope those top Pokemon stay alive.
Actually, I agree.
I
though.
think if I don't get the first 6 Pokemon do very well, then I'm just gonna wipe.
Oh boy. Have you heard like what we said?
I've been listening the last like 20 minutes, but other than that, no.
So we like if you do wipe with
Time.
all 30 Pokemon, you have the choice to just restart from the start, basically.
Okay, whatever. Sure.
Leaf knows what he wants. It's gonna be interesting. So, Leaf, we've all talked about it. My mic, I accidentally unplugged it, so I didn't hear like the beginning part of everyone's conversation about the starters. But how do you feel about your pool? Good.
I mean, I feel okay. I mean, I think we're talking starters. I mean, I got second pick, got my mascot. Feel happy about it.
You gonna take your mascot as your first 6?
Yeah, all 6 Bulbasaurs.
Oh, okay.
Perfect.
Goes up against the psychic type gym. All right.
Leaf,
But,
He has a
um,
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Mega
Yeah.
Venusaur,
Yeah.
Dynamax Venusaur, and Venusaur.
Yeah, it'll be great. So you taking Venusaur or Bulbasaur with you the first 6? Like you going with them?
I think so.
Interesting.
And then I think I'll probably save Growlithe and Slowbro. And I'll kind of maybe add them later.
Interesting. So do you
Yeah.
know who your like first 6 are going to be? Because we talked and none of us actually have 6 except for Socks. He's just bringing 6 unknowns.
I don't have them like fully figured out, but I think like Magnemite maybe, and then I think I want to bring Zangoose early because it gets Swords Dance at level 10. And so I can just click Quick Attack and Swords Dance and probably hopefully just clean through the first couple gyms with that. And then I think once I'm at a point, probably in the 30s, where Slowbro will evolve. Or Slowpoke can evolve into Slowbro. I think then I'll feel more confident in Slowbro and then kind of add a team around that.
Not a bad decision at all.
Okay, I would
Zangoose.
say
I think
probably my
Aerodactyl
6 that I will
will
start with. This might change later, but Lapras, Skarmory, Mareep, Hitmonlee, Pinsir, Survivor.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
I still don't know. So, you know, I'll just go with it. I'll go with the flow. Maybe I'll get one and I'll see what the like first gym is gonna be or something. I don't know, cause like I'm definitely like I've got the sheet pulled up. The first gym level cap is 18, so I'm most definitely getting a Grovyle by then.
Wait, it's 18?
First gym cap is 18.
Yeah, so like the caps are different. They're not like the actual game.
The champion cap is level 69.
Oh, so
Nice.
I assume we have increased levels then?
The gym leaders
Or
do,
is it
yeah.
just the gym leaders? Okay, so the
And
gym
like-
leaders ace will be 18.
Yep.
It's
Okay.
okay. So if we level all of our Pokemon to level 18, do they go to 19 if we do level up?
Yes.
Okay, so basically,
And then you won't be able to use them.
don't be stupid.
Then yeah, if they level up during the gym battle, like say you're up against Roxanne and you hit the
that's
level
fine.
19, that's totally fine. But say you're like, I'm gonna get to level 19 and then go to the gym, that Pokemon gotta be kicked
nope.
out.
That Pokemon gotta stay in the box.
Yeah.
Although, let's say for example, I overleveled one of them by accident. I'm like, can I only use like them for like the last Pokemon of the Ace, maybe?
Nope. Back in the box.
But like, what if I like EXP trained them to be so high that they're gonna be like 19 anyway?
Back in the box. So definitely, I think management, like item management, level management, is going to be very, very important.
It is. I learned this the hard way during a hardcore Soul Link with level caps. They sneak up on you sometimes, and it's not fun. It's not fun.
Hey, yeah, it sure is not fun. So the other thing that's interesting, and I know like I've got everybody's got like proteins and like vitamins and stuff like that for their mon. Is anyone planning on using them?
I wasn't.
No.
I wasn't.
No,
planning on
probably
using
not.
any.
Up in the air.
Yeah, kind of the same for me. Like I feel like I want to pump Trico with them because I feel like I'll have Trico for the majority of the part. It's like my go-to grass top. But at the same time, that means I'm going to spend time like doing it. The other thing, I don't know if you guys have taken into account, but leveling stuff with rare candies is slow. It takes forever in these games, especially if you're wanting to keep something not evolved. So
Yeah.
But I feel like, again, like we had the whole conversation about like, oh, how fast are we going to speed up our actual Game Boy Advanced? Of course. And we kind of like there was two factions that were forming. One that's like go for whatever you want, and one that goes for like no speed at all. So we kind of like compromised and went with let's just go ×2 to make it slightly faster.
it's still going to take a while.
It's still gonna take a while, but at least it's not going to be like, oh my god, this is like this is like the slowest thing ever.
The other thing you have to think about is you're not doing it for one Pokemon. You're doing it for
No,
a
I get
team
that.
of 6. Presumably. And if those
But
teams
that's the
six
best
faint-
time. That's the
then-
best. Yes, I know, I get that. But the best part is that like you have chat accompanying you, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's just gonna be me and Ellis over in my chat. It's gonna be it. Just me and my partner in crime over there. Nobody else.
Alice is gonna betray you and go to Leaf's side.
Yeah, that's
He
legit
won't-
what they
I
said.
I won't let him. I know where he lives. I won't let him.
Ooh, okay, getting spicy here.
But oh man,
Man.
yeah. So everybody feeling nervous, good about the draft?
Both.
But yeah, well,
Equally both.
Next question.
I almost want like my first death to just like get it out of the way
Well,
because I feel like I'm gonna be.
you've got
gotta get it out of your
Snorlax.
You can do whatever you want, buddy.
You got Snorlax. Just send it
Levi-
in to die real quick.
Leaf, I told them, I don't know if you heard this, I'm going to lead off first rival battle and Roxanne with Unknown, and it's going to put in work.
Oh yeah, it makes sense, 100%. I think you'll sweep
Yep.
with that.
Yeah, exactly. See, Leaf believes.
It sounds like a little bit of sarcasm, but I'm not that good with it.
No, it's totally real. You know, one thing.
I'm very sarcastic, but
Look,
I'm
it has
100%
unknown
confident
potential. I think it's gonna be totally fine.
Its name is Dio, after all.
Its name is Dio, yeah.
Leaf won't understand, but for those that do understand, they understand.
I don't understand either. Sorry, we're not weebs.
Just look up Dio.
I won't.
Okay. So, one thing also that I think is kind of a little bit of underrated from Tank's side, because of course Tank isn't here, is Ponko.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like
Pineco's gonna
Fortress
be
a lot.
nice.
He's got some good defensive Pokemon that could help him out for sure.
Yeah, Spheal, Lotad, Ponko, Chansey, Drowsy.
Wobbuffet
His whole
even.
team is bulky, to be honest with you.
Yeah, he's got some good bulk
Yeah.
across the board.
I don't agree.
Yeah. You don't? What's not bulky?
Yeah, but like my opinion kind of sucks anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Although he did take Ponyta, which is, to me...
It apparently was the best fire type
The
available.
best
So
fire type still available when he picked it.
like,
He was right. He was right.
Hello, Ninetales.
I was grateful for that.
I was gonna pick
I
Ninetales.
thought I was gonna have a heart attack on screen.
So, yeah, for those that don't know, Ponyta evolves really late. Its moveset's not great, and it's a physical attacker, but fire is special, of course.
Special.
Even with the physical special split, to this day, it is not very good.
It has speed.
That's about it.
Yeah, that's
And
about it. That's
No,
about
keep
it.
going. Keep going.
Yeah, well, there's the list, so...
Sorry, I
I-
think my mic cut out.
Top 10 things Ponyta is good at. Number 1, speed. Number 2,
That's it.
And thanks for watching.
Yeah, yeah, Thanks for watching. Watch much. What is it? Watch Mojo.
That's what I was gonna do. No.
So, I don't know.
I want you guys to know when he took Ponyta, like everyone was freaking out about Vulpix because it was still there. I was like, I had one of those
I
moments
saw
where
that, yeah.
I had one of those moments where like I was looking at the board of Pokemon and I was like, I saw Vulpix, but like I didn't see Vulpix. You know what I mean? Like I just my brain didn't register that it was there. So everyone was freaking out, and I was like, oh yeah, Vulpix is still there. I guess I'll just take Vulpix down.
I wished I would have got it. So one thing I learned is Whelmer has awful. Well, Whelmer and Wailord have awful defense and special defense. It is base 35 on both, which is terrible.
HP stat that like adds the bulk, right?
Yeah, but it can only add so much bulk. Like,
True.
you look at Chansey, right? Chansey and Blissey.
You have
like,
all those. You're gonna have all the carbs and all that stuff. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, if I decide to use it. So we'll see. The biggest thing I'm worried about is a flyer. I'm really worried one of my flyers are going to go down, and I've only got
Oh,
two.
I'm worried about that too.
Same. I'm terrified. I'm not planning on using one. Like, or if I use one, it's literally just gonna be to have in the party. I'm not gonna send it out into battle if I can help.
Yeah,
it.
I'm not that scared about that.
I'm terrified. When does Spearow?
I think I have 5 or 6 Pokemon that can fly, so.
Yeah, you're in a good spot, Derby. You got a lot more. You got.
Granted, one of your flyers you
easily the
can't get
most.
to the Elite Four though.
That's true.
Yeah, but like I have 4 others, so it's fine.
Well, if you're talking about
I think that was
Salamence,
my
he
biggest
actually gets
regret.
Salamence on Gym 7. Exactly.
Oh, okay.
So Gym 7 and Gym 8, he'll have Salamence. Same for my Metagross.
Yep.
But my Metagross can't actually fly, which is saddening. Very, very sad.
So are you gonna use that like Bagon like early, or are you gonna just like wait
Absolutely
till-
not.
No.
What is
You're not gonna let
Bagon's
him wild slide a
moveset
little bit?
really?
I think you
doesn't
should
get
use Dragon Rage all the way to the finish. I think that's what you should do.
Does it have Dragon Rage?
I don't think it does.
It does not learn Dragon Rage at all.
Oh, that's
Really?
awful. It's
Yeah.
like the only one, I think. I
It
think
doesn't
it's the
get
only
Dragon
one.
Rage.
Alright. Fine, Outrage.
Well, Bagon doesn't learn
Where?
Outrage. Does Salamence, is Outrage a thing?
Outrage is a thing. I just don't
Salamence
know.
also doesn't learn Outrage.
Right.
The Shelgon.
Okay,
by
well-
any chance.
Ooh, I just saw something really gross about Salamence.
Gross bad or gross
Oh,
good?
gross bad. Dragon Claw,
Oh no.
level 79.
Oh
my God.
That. Ooh.
Which
Ouch.
means
Just gotta find. Just
You
gotta
will
find the
never
TM.
get it then.
you
You gotta
won't
find
get
the
it.
TM. You gotta believe.
The only
Gotta
chance
believe.
is if he keeps his. I guess he can keep his. Let me see. What level does Bagon learn?
Hey, but if I
Bagon to
get Dragon
49.
Claws at TM,
If you
Yeah,
get
but
it,
don't. What about heart scales though?
well, heart skills
That's
are.
it's
Relearn.
after. It's later.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I haven't looked up any of this stuff yet.
I haven't either,
Y'all
but
gonna
I'm
be hitting
starting
me.
to, and I'm really nervous because if Salamence learns Dragon Claw at like 79, I don't know what my my Beldum's gonna learn, but I assume Beldum doesn't learn anything. But
Take down.
yeah, I've got Takedown. I can get Psychic at 38, Meteor Mash at 50. Oh, I'm totally waiting to evolve my Metagross until like 50. So that way I can get Meteor Mash on it. So I'll be set.
If I can find Dragon Claw, I'm set basically, to be honest.
If you
Quest for
find it-
Dragon Claw.
that is
If
that
you
is
can
the
find
quest.
The
So-
thing
It's
is that
the
like,
first
where is
TM
it?
he finds.
Yeah.
I
That'd
mean,
be really
that
funny.
would be good. That would be good. I have a few dragons.
I mean, in
pray
a
for
worst case
God.
scenario, can't you get a Draco Meteor in Sutopolis?
Yeah, I guess you
That's
could.
the thing. It's all randomized.
Well, that's
Yeah.
a
Oh, it's
move tutor.
randomized.
It's a
Oh.
move tutor.
Yeah, move
Oh.
tutor though.
So I don't think you can randomize those.
But does that require shards?
I don't think it requires shards, but it
scale.
I don't
does
think so.
require
I think
max.
you just need a dragon type.
Well, I think it's also got to have max friendship. So
Oh,
well, you can do that right at level
oh, it's
one,
one of
though.
those. Okay,
yeah.
I got
It
you.
also
I wanted to
requires
use
wasting
frustration
time.
though. Oh no.
Frustration.
The other thing is, like, I was looking at Dratini, and yeah, Dratini gets Dragon Rage at like 22, and it gets like Outrage at 50. I'm assuming Dragonair probably doesn't get a whole lot. 56 for Outrage. Does Dragonite get Dragon Claw? Is Dragon Claw like? Oh, Sarah,
I don't
it doesn't learn Dragon
think
Claw
it
at
does.
all. It gets Outrage
Yeah.
at 61 though, so at least you have a Dragon move that's
Perfect.
usable through TMs.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
did you guys make any of your Pokemon shiny, by the way? When
I
you,
did.
When you genned them?
Only one.
I made like 3. Actually 4. I think my Teddy Ursa's shiny by accident because I accidentally clicked on it. So
Is it a secret what those shinies are? What is your shiny leaf?
My shiny is the Butterfree.
Right? The Butterfree, yeah.
mine is
I would have only had one shiny, but I didn't get a Wingull.
mm,
If you know, you know.
I made Wooper shiny. My Spinda is shiny by accident, and I made Magikarp shiny. And named
Yeah,
him
that makes
Kentucky.
sense.
And if you know, you know.
Very nice, very nice. Well, you know what? I'm gonna piggyback off that because I named. I only have one shiny. It's my Shroomish, and it's because I named him Poco Loco. If you know, you know. So
You named your Shroomish Poco Loco?
I did.
By the
That's
way,
an
the
interesting
only Dragon Rage I can get is on Charmander at level 48.
Yep, and it's not useful at that point.
That's an understatement.
I disagree. That's gonna be power.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'll catch myself some
Charmander
goddamn
at
Pokemon.
48.
Yeah, that is Charmander. What about Charizard? What level does Charizard? Well, I guess it's probably Charizard that learns it, right? Oh no, Charizard's
Charmander as
54.
well.
Charizard.
So
I was
you
choosing
get it
Charmeleon.
earlier on Charmander and Charmeleon.
Time to keep that Charmander.
Yep, that's totally a good idea.
Ugh.
Oh, I'm gonna keep my Cyndaquil a Cyndaquil until it learns Flamethrower too.
What level does Cyndaquil learn Flamethrower?
I don't know, like 40 something.
46.
Probably.
46.
46. Yeah. See, it's perfect.
It does learn Flame Wheel at 27, so it is later than I thought.
Yeah, it is a little bit later. They fixed that. Like, I think in the more recent gens, like it literally gets Flame Wheel as soon as it becomes a Quilava.
Oh, actually, Charizard evolves at level 36 and it learns Flamethrower at 34, so I need to get the move relearner for that.
Make it make sense.
What level does
Wow.
Charmeleon learn it, though? I think Charmeleon learns it kind of early.
Let's see, let me check.
34, so you'll learn it at 34 with Charmeleon.
Alright, perfect. Okay. So, screw y'all, I'm gonna win.
That's fine. I get Leaf
believe.
Blade,
I believe.
so I get...
I get Razor Leaf.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm so impressed.
I will be critting everything.
You get Razor... I don't remember it being this late. Razor Leaf's at 22 with Ivysaur.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I gotta be honest, like,
That's second gen.
Like, I think the first fire type fire move it learns is like level 10, right?
Cyndaquil?
Maybe. I honestly don't know.
I think so.
The
That's
thing
how
with
it was in
Cyndaquil is
Gen
that
2.
it gets like Flame Wheel a little bit earlier, so it's like decent.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
It's
Generation
12 for
3.
Ember. So 12 will be Ember for Cyndaquil, and then it won't learn
Yeah.
another fire move until it gets the Quilava at level 27 with Flame Wheel.
So yeah, I don't think
31.
you would use Cyndaquil at all.
No, my plan's actually to use the Vulpix.
Hey, don't do what I did and evolve it and think that the shop had Flamethrower when it doesn't have Flamethrower on Gen 1.
You know, I told you to
No.
wait.
Yeah.
So,
I told you to wait, Gil. I told you.
Vulpix learns Flamethrower at 29.
29, yeah,
That's-
29.
That's the same thing with
Wow.
Torkoal. Is Torkoal gets Flamethrower really early.
What is it with some
awesome.
of these Pokemon, like learning, like the last move that they can learn is like so dumb. Like Fire Spin at 41. Who the fuck wants that?
Leaf in Gen 1.
That was a homage to Generation 1.
So where moves like that are absolutely busted. Yeah, Torkoal's got Flamethrower at 30. So kind of late,
Perfect.
but not like terrible.
I mean, think about the skill required to be able to like shoot a flame and have it spinning around somebody.
True. I do get Heat Wave at level 46 with Torkoal. So I do get Fire Spin at 17. So if I wanted to go that route, I won't, but I could.
You're gonna be in a great spot.
Yeah. So, well, anyone have any last thoughts on the draft? I know we've been talking for close to 2 hours here.
I enjoyed every second of it,
Yeah, like I said,
except for the 1
absolutely.
second, like 5 hours ago.
no, you enjoyed that time too.
No, I did not. That
So
was the only second.
So,
Leaf, is there a gym type you're not trying to see early on?
oh, good question.
'Cause
That
you
I'm
missed
not
that,
trying
too.
to see.
Yeah.
Or that you are trying to see, based on
well,
what
so-
you're kind of planning.
I think for the most part, like if I bring, I mean, I think if I bring a decent enough team of 6, it shouldn't matter. But
Right.
like I think early, like as long as it's not rock or steel or something, like if my plan is just to go Zangoose and explode things, like I don't think it should be an issue early. But I think like that would be the only thing, and even then, like I could either just make sure that I have Bulbasaur or make sure that I have like maybe Machop or something and go from there.
What about a Ghost Top? What's your option if you're going Ghost? If the first
I mean, Ghost. I don't know. I mean, I still have like Absol and stuff like that too, right? So
Ghost, what does Absol get? Like Dark move?
I have Absol. I mean, I have different things that I could do. Plus, I think like early Ghost, I think like you can still hit it with like, you know, like I could still go with Growlithe and Bite, or I could, you know what I mean? Like,
True.
I have options, right?
Early
So-
Ghost is probably a really good pick for a lot of people, just because there's so many things that you could work around with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta
you have
say,
the
probably
immunities.
the first two that I hope that are coming for the first 2 gyms are Ice and then Dragon, because then like all of my Dragon types are worth it.
Well, dragon being weak to dragons like a catch-22, so
For sure.
No, that's why. Like I just don't use Dragon type in the second gym if it was there.
I guess that's fair. If
I'm not trying to see Dragon, because I don't want to see any early Dragon Rage at all.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to see dragon either, because fairy doesn't exist,
Yeah.
so there is nothing. Like, if I go dragon, I think I'm gonna have to get Welmer in there, just because it's an HP sponge.
Yep.
Hi Lapras, how you doing?
So,
Oh,
yeah, dragon early
actually,
dragon
what
will
is-
be kind of evil.
Lapras. What is the earliest like ice move that it learns? Let's see.
Lapras?
It gets Ice Beam by
Yeah.
level up. Like
Ice
early
beam at
30s.
31. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why Lapras was high on my list.
I'm happy I got it. Really good Pokemon.
Yeah,
to have.
honestly, I went back and
awesome.
forth between. I went really back and forth between like 3 picks. It was like, Starmie, and then I was looking at Lapras, and I was looking at Slowbro. So, like
Yeah.
I know when I was going through. So, and which ended up being the 3 picks in a row. So,
Yeah. They
Magikarp was my first. It was literally my top.
Which one? Sorry.
It was Magikarp,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then Lapras was second. So I'm like, all right, Lapras it is.
Yeah, the fact that I managed to get Lapras and Zubat, which I feel like are Nuzlocke staples, are...
Yeah, you definitely got Lapras, but
Oh,
yeah.
God, Magikarp and Zubat. My brain... Look, I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning, so my brain's...
excuses.
My brain's going to shutdown mode. So...
If
Yeah.
I would have known that Leech Life was like gonna be like new gen, I think I would have picked Zubat a lot quicker though.
I think everyone would have picked Zubat.
Well, like, anyone that's got Leech Sloth, but yeah, I definitely lucked out there, for sure. But there's also other moves that got buffed, like Knockoff. Knockoff will be a big one. But Knockoff will be arguably bigger than Leech Sloth because a lot more Pokemon get Knockoff. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it'll be useful.
yeah, absolutely. So, I think we're probably pretty good to wrap up. Any final thoughts from anyone?
Can you guys like subscribe to me?
Yeah, I was going to say, the closure here. Again, everybody's channel is in the description of the video. Make sure to go give them a little sub. It's free, doesn't cost anything. Go check them out, watch their stuff. Everybody's doing some really,
Except
really
for your
cool things.
soul, but oh well.
Actually, Socks charges people.
And the
kinda
rivalry
weird.
continues. The rivalry
True.
continues. But yeah, Wednesday, so not tomorrow, but the day after, 7 p.m. Eastern is when everything gets kicked off. You know,
And it's when we're all gonna be very, very toxic.
yeah,
Absolutely.
I won't be, but
No, Socks, you're already toxic, and we're not talking about you.
True.
so yeah.
I won't deny it.
But hopefully everybody enjoys. Like I said, I'm really excited for Wednesday. I know I don't want to speak for everyone here, but it seems like everybody else here is also very excited for it. Even though we all might be nervous and worried about wiping all on the first gym, but I think we'll do okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So yeah, anyone got anything else to add? Sweet.
Subscribe to my OnlyFans, please.
All right, and with Socks' OnlyFans being out, like open laundry, we're gonna end the stream here. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Goodbye.
I can't believe I unplugged my mic at the beginning of the stream by accident. Didn't realize it. No, I didn't hear anything because I unplugged the mic, so there was like no audio. I'm like, oh, my internet died or something. But no, it's just from where I didn't, and then I didn't swap it, so